Morning, everybody. It's early here in New Mexico, and I'm doing makeup again. And then I'll make my coffee and have breakfast. But had a pretty good night's sleep. Went to bed around maybe 10 or so. My son got home from work at 9. I stayed up and made a little bit of rice because I'm pretty much out of groceries. I gotta go get groceries today, run errands. So all I had was a bowl of rice, but it was good. I had some orange sauce and soy sauce. So anyway, I missed my sister already. It was nice to visit her. It was short but sweet with her and her kids. Oh, you like my shirt? Ozzy. That's my favorite. I got to see Ozzy Osbourne twice. I saw him. I took my older son to see him with Black Sabbath. That was amazing. And then I saw him with Stone Sour. And that was quite a few years back, as Ozzy, not with Black Sabbath. That was an amazing concert. I wanted to meet him, and the funny thing is I had won some money at a casino. I was so excited. I never win money at casinos. I don't hardly ever go, because once in a while with my mom. And this one time I went and I won $1,000. I was just like so excited. I couldn't believe I won it, that much money. And I had already bought tickets to see Ozzy, and I was like, oh, I could buy VIP backstage pass so I could meet him. That's what I was going to buy. I was going to buy a VIP. But I had the $1,000 on a card. I had called them and asked them how I could make a payment, because all I had was cash and I don't have a bank account. And they said, well, you could put it on a gift card and make 2 payments. So thinking I could do that, I put the money on a gift card, and then I called the company again that sold the VIP passes, and they're like, oh, the guy gave you wrong details, and they were like, we can't do that. You have to have like a bank account and pay for it on your own card. I was so upset. I was so devastated because I was really looking forward to meeting Ozzy. So I went and bought a bunch of Halloween. It was close to October, so I bought a bunch of Halloween decorations and things that I need around the house for fun, And I was disappointed, but I went ahead and bought a ticket to meet Stone Sour because they're really, really good. I like Stone Sour and Slipknot. I'd seen Slipknot with Marilyn Manson, and I love Slipknot. They're amazing. So I was like, it'd be cool to meet Corey Taylor and Stone Sour and Jim, because he's in Slipknot also, and all the other guys too. I don't meet bands very often, so I was like, well, it would be a neat, cool experience. So yeah, I bought backstage to Stone Sour. And when I went to meet him, I was in line and all the girls were like all excited, and I was getting excited too, because they were too. They were like, "Oh, I'm so excited! There he is!" And they're pointing him out. They were pointing Corey Taylor, and he was wearing this really cute fedora. And I was like looking at him. I was like, "Is that him?" I was like, "Oh, he's cute. He is cute." So I was like happy to meet him, and I was like, "Nice to meet you." And I was like, I like your tattoos, because he has David Bowie tattoo, and I love David Bowie. I saw David Bowie in the 80s, and had that in common. And I asked him about his tattoo. That tattoo he has, I know that means mom. It's like a Japanese figure. I think it's Japanese, but it's really cool little design on his neck. And he was wearing his sunglasses, and I was like, can I see your eyes? I like to look at people's eyes, because then you know the truth about people, and you can feel more about personality and who they are. And so he pulled down his sunglasses like that, and we both stared at each other's eyes like this. And I was like, wow, you have the same eyes that I have, because we both have blue eyes. Like, you have such beautiful eyes. And he's like, you do too, thank you. And then I was like, do you think I could get a hug? Because they had told us, be polite. And they said, if you, they may give you a hug if you ask, but you should ask first. So I did, and I would have anyway. But I asked him, I was like, can I have a hug? And he's like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And he like reached around me, and like, I swear, that was the best hug. He just embraced me. And and not only that, he like rubbed my back. And I always have a sore back, so it just like felt so nice and just warm, and he was very kind, and it was nice. I was so happy. And and then they did pictures, and I have a photograph on my wall of me and Stone Sour. Corey Taylor's got his arm around me. It's really cute. But yeah, that was a great experience. So even though I didn't meet my best singer, my favorite singer, Ozzy, I got to meet Corey Taylor. So that was just as well. And yeah, I've had some fun experiences meeting bands in the past before this pandemic COVID thing. I got to meet I went and saw 69 Eyes. I had brought my ex-fiance at the time. We're not together anymore, thank goodness. It didn't work out too well. But we went to see them, and I had bought my ex-boyfriend a VIP to meet them. I wanted to meet him too. So I got to meet 69 Eyes, Jerky 69, and Juicy 69, and Bossy, and they were really nice guys. They're awesome. If you ever want to listen to some good music, it's called 69 Eyes. They're like rock, kind of rock alternative, punk, if you will. They're into Danzig, and they know Villa Vallo from him. So they were awesome guys, really nice guys, and they put on a really good show. And one of my favorite songs is Little Gothic Girl. And when I was in by the stage, and he was Yerky was right in front of me, and he was like pointing at me. He like literally pointed at me when he said "Little Gothic Girl," and he went. I was like, oh, he's talking to me. It was so cute. I was all excited, and I was singing along with him. So, those are the good times. I miss being able to go to concerts without having to wear, go places without masks and talk to people. Have fun. We're all having to stay home, and we may have to be quarantined again pretty soon if this new strain keeps taking over. It's getting kind of scary. Yeah, my son had it. He had the new one, the Omicron. He had Omicron for about 2 weeks, even though he's been vaccinated. So yes, you can still get it if you're vaccinated, but it helped him because he got better. He didn't end up in a hospital. It took about 2 weeks, and he had headaches. He said he had headache and fatigue and throwing up a little bit, and he was tired. Poor thing. But he's better now, and he can't spread it. So he's back in school. So that's good. And then he's not quite old enough to get the booster. I wish they'd get a booster for the younger kids. Now they're saying, though, that the booster doesn't really help either. So I don't know. If you're going to get it, you're going to get it. It's life. Life doesn't last forever. Sometimes you move on. So anyway, yeah, I'm doing my eyeliner again. I'm going to have to get some new eyeliner pretty soon because this isn't waterproof. And so during the day it kind of smears a little bit. So I need to get some waterproof. Uh-oh. It's my cat. She's trying to get my attention. Hey, Lucky. You knock stuff over? You knocking things over? She's like, Mommy, give me attention. Who are you talking to? I'm not talking to anybody. I'm talking to my phone. Anyway. the wings again. I wonder if I should put a little underneath a little. Sometimes I do underneath. Just a little though, because I don't like it to smear during the day. Like, it gets kind of smeary. That's why I got to get the waterproof. So it looks like I'm crying. I don't want to look like I'm crying. Okay, so I did that. Now I'll do my eyeshadow. I've got this from Ipsy. It's got some really cool colors. I'll do Cliffhanger. Let me see. I use this one. I use Cliffhanger mostly on this one. It's like a dark brown. Let's see. This is my side. So who's your favorite bands? What concerts have you been to? Have you met anybody interesting? Oh, I met one really cool artist, Susie, from Susie and the Banshees, and I met Bungie and the whole band many years ago with my sister in Denver. And after the show, Bungie threw his drumstick, and me and another guy jumped for it. We were the last people that were leaving the venue. He jumped to get it, and I was like, "Can I have?" I was like, "Oh, I want it." And he's like, "I'll tell you what." He's like, "I don't really want to give this to you because it's Budgie's drumstick, but." He's like, "If you give me that necklace you're wearing," I was wearing this really cool spider necklace, which wasn't mine. I shouldn't have given it to him. Traded it, but I really wanted that drumstick. So I traded the drumstick for Budgie's, or traded the necklace for Budgie's drumstick. And later on, I showed the guy. Everybody met up at Denny's after the show, and after I met Susie, because my sister and I stayed in the snow and waited. Luckily, there was a friend of ours that had a taxi, so we stayed in the taxi until she came out, and she was really tired. They said that she wasn't feeling good, so it was a real brief meeting. I just told her I love her music and how she puts me to sleep, and her voice was so beautiful, and she was so sweet. She's like, "Thank you, dear." And she was really, really sweet, and she's so beautiful. She's so pretty. And they all got back on the bus. It was cool. Anyway, so I went into the coffee shop with the drumstick. I was all happy, and he's like, "Where's my necklace, my friend?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "I really wanted this drumstick," and he's like, "That's okay because it was for a good reason." He's like, "Can I hold it?" And I was like, "Of course." So I let him hold the drumstick. He's like, "This has got magic in it." And I'm like, "Yeah, it does." And you just held it. So that's another pretty cool story. Meeting some really cool artists. I love Susie and the Banshees. She's one of my favorites. And The Cure. Maybe someday I'll meet Robert. That'd be awesome. I tried to meet him once. Me and this girl. She wasn't really my friend. I consider her a friend, but I was at the concert. I was one of his concerts. And at the end of the show, this girl and I were walking, and there was a VIP pass on the ground, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, it's a VIP pass!" And she picked it up, and we were like, maybe we could use it, but we didn't look at the date, and it was for the prior night. But we were toward the back, and there was a stagehand, and we showed him the pass, and he's like, "Sorry, ladies, this is for like last night, and plus there's two of you." And we're like, "Oh, please let us go. We want to meet him so much." And he's like, "I'm so sorry, I really can't." He's like, "We'll tell you what." He's like, "I'll do one thing." And he went and got us a water, a bottled water. and he gave us a bottled water, and he's like, this is actually for the band, this is actually for Robert. And he said, we're gonna have to go back there, and when we go back there, we'll have to tell him that we gave his water away to two of his fans. And he said, I hope he didn't get upset about it, but it's just water. So we got Robert Smith's bottled water. I guess that's the next best thing to meeting him. But someday, if I ever have enough money, I'll buy myself a VIP to meet him, meet the band, because I love The Cure. I've been listening to The Cure since since high school, and I still listen to them now and then. My favorite. My favorite song's Just Like Heaven. It was funny because yesterday I was at Ross, and they were playing the version of Just Like Heaven. It was bizarre. I've never heard the version, but it was a female singer, but it was like real loungy, and like it was like kind of jazzy, loungy sound to it. And she's all, show me, show me, show me how you do that trick, the one that makes me scream, she said. And the music was all like dun dun dun. It was like all upbeat. It sounded totally different from the original version. I didn't really like it. I'm like, oh, if they're gonna play The Cure, why don't they just play the original version? So I would have started singing to that. It was kind of funny. I started kind of laughing. This is funny. Ruined a good song. No, it's okay. It was really different. So anyway, yeah, let's see. I can't find my other lipsticks, so I'm going to do Black Cherry and Vava Violet. It's darker than the others, so let's see. Now this is a lot darker than the other. Drink some water. Try this. I have black lipstick, but it's a little too dark for today. It's mostly I wear that for Halloween. So, okay, this is the finished look of my Aussie shirt. Let's try different colors. I'm still playing with my light. There we go. Purple. There's one that does like rainbow colors. Where's the rainbow colors? Maybe it's a different mode. Now I can't figure out the rainbow colors. Oh, there's some different colors. Blue, green, purple. There we go, some rainbow colors. It goes around and spins. Also, my new toy has a strobe effect. Oh, there we go. Like a strobe light. It's fun. And it can adjust. It can go up higher. So I'm going to start doing some of my videos standing up when I sing, because you sound better when you're standing up. Your vocal cords in your chest is more open. So I'll be able to sing a little bit clearer and better. So I'm going to start doing my karaoke videos standing up. Plus I can dance around a little bit more, move around. So anyway, y'all, have a happy metal day, blessed day, whatever day you want to have. Listen to your music, rock on, and enjoy your life. And that's about all I got to say today. Rock on. Bye.